Welcome to my channel. In this first video, I'm just going to do a short demonstration on how the QuadStick adaptive controller works and how I game with it using just my mouth. No hands on any other devices. So let's begin. Here is an overview of what the QuadStick adaptive controller and its mouthpiece look like. The main components of the QuadStick are the joystick that I use with my mouth, the 3 quick access holes, the one separate hole that I call the profile changer, and the lip trigger. Using just my mouth on the QuadStick, there are 15 quick commands and 14 soft commands. The difference between the two is that slow commands, I have to puff or sip into the hole for about a second in order for it to activate the command. I usually use this to pull up things such as menus or something I won't need so readily accessible. A quick command can be easily activated by a harder sip or puff into one or a combination of the holes, or with a quick punch of the lip trigger. The lip trigger is right under the mouthpiece and can be activated with a quick punch of the bottom lip like this. The QuadStick can hold 15 different gaming profiles at one time. Within one gaming profile, the QuadStick can hold 10 pages. Here's a quick look at my GTA gaming profile. You can see at the bottom that I have a sheet for running around, for driving, for using the D-pad, and for flying. Once I'm inside a gaming profile, the profile changer helps me switch between those modes. Now to go over all the quick commands that I use while gaming. Starting on the left side of the mouthpiece, we have left puff, left sip, center puff, center sip, right puff, right sip, left center puff, left center sip, right center puff, right center sip, left right puff, left right sip, triple puff, and triple sip. If you want to see how I have those commands paired up with actual controls, you can pause on this screenshot of my Halo profile to see which buttons I have those commands linked to. You can also add features like toggle, repeat, or delayed latch to your commands. For example, I use toggle in games like Halo for crouch, so that my player will stay crouched until I activate the command again. The repeat feature is useful because it'll rapidly tap the button 10 times a second as long as you hold down the command. So for GTA, in order to sprint, you need to rapidly tap A. So set that button to repeat. Another feature you can add to a command is a delayed latch. This is done by presetting an activation time. Let's say we set it for 1/4 of a second. And if you sip or puff into the QuadStick for longer than 1/4 of a second, the command will be held down until you activate a different command. And if you sip or puff into the QuadStick for shorter than 1/4 of a second, the command will just be quickly tapped and let go. The 3 most easily accessible commands are the center sip, the center puff, and the lip trigger. So typically I will program those 3 to be my most important actions, like fire, attack, and jump, for example. The last but not least important component of the QuadStick is the joystick that I use with my mouth, and it can be programmed to do many different things. In FIFA, I use the joystick to control my character's movement. In Halo, my joystick's programmed as my right stick, so that I can look around when stationary, or I can control where I'm moving when moving forward. In GTA, my joystick is programmed to do multiple things. In this profile, it's programmed as a left stick just for walking around. In this one, it's the right stick for looking around. And in this profile, it's programmed for acceleration, braking, and steering for my driving profile. And of course, also have to have a profile for flying. And yeah, hopefully that helps you understand a little bit more about how I game using the QuadStick adaptive controller. And if you have any questions or critiques, you can leave them in the comments. That'd be appreciated. And be sure to check out some of my other videos on some of my gaming clips or how I play some of the other video games. Thanks.